I'm Louisa Bravery and I'm the professional lead for psychology and psychological therapies across Sussex CAMHS and specialist services.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wedge. I'm a clinical psychologist in the CAMHS Learning Disability Family Intensive Support Service in East Sussex.
And my name is Catherine Pedrosa. I'm a principal psychologist in East Sussex CAMHS.
My name is Victoria Bonnet. I'm a clinical psychologist in East Sussex CAMHS, also in Sussex Partnership Trust.
My name is Ellie Jones. I'm a consultant clinical psychologist based in East Sussex CAMHS in Sussex Partnership Trust.
Hiya, my name is Rihanna and I'm an assistant psychologist for Chichester CAMHS.
What I love about the job is working with the children and the parents. Everybody's different, there are always new challenges. It's very rewarding, supporting families to find their own strengths and resilience and to really truly understand their situation in a slightly different way perhaps, that then makes their lives more manageable, less stressful.
Just the basic stuff that we all qualified for in the first place, I think, of every time you meet a family, it's stating the obvious really, but it's always different, isn't it? That there might be some things that are similar, so they might sort of come along presenting with the same sorts of issues on paper, but of course it's different individuals. And I still, after sort of years of being qualified, I still find myself so interested in the people I work with, because it's always different. It's often a challenge, despite the fact I feel it should have got easier by now, but it's always a challenge. And I guess that's a good thing as well, because there's no chance of getting bored, definitely.
I joined Sussex Partnership. It was during the COVID-19 pandemic. And in spite of this and the move to online working, I received such a warm welcome from my colleagues, both within the trust and throughout CAMHS.
Really good CPD in the trust. I've done some trauma training, I've done training on ADI assessments, I've done training around groups. I've got a variety of supervision to fit the different training that I've had. It keeps my job really rich.
We have a reflective practice every couple of weeks, and it's just a nice protected time for us to check in with each other and make sure that everyone is okay.
The exciting work, very innovative work. We use lots of different psychological models in our work. We have a multidisciplinary team of speech and language therapists, occupational therapists, nurses, psychiatrists, family support practitioners, positive behaviour support practitioners, which enable us to think really holistically about the children who present to us with really very complex combinations of needs to do with their learning disabilities, their emotional needs, their communication needs, or their sensory needs.
Great opportunities for progression, as well as learning in the role and gaining a lot of experience. I think CAMHS is such a great way to start your career, whether that's in psychology, social work or nursing, because it's very different from adult services. Working with young children, a lot of the trauma and difficulties are active, so that they're present in sort of current daily life, compared to sort of adults who may have had trauma historically, so in the past. So it's really interesting because you have to think about different ways of working with young people.
And the reason I like working within CAMHS is because the young people really ensure that we do the best job that we can. They will tell us what they think we are doing well, and they will also generally be quite open about the feedback in terms of things that we may adjust in our work, or ways that we can be working differently in order to support them better.
Scope to learn, isn't there? I mean, the young people come in and you think, oh gosh, this is a young person with anxiety, and I've had 25 young people with anxiety, and then you'll learn something completely different about either anxiety or about young people, or just about, what's going on for young people at the moment. And You know, I love that. The young people.
Very exciting projects where we work really collaboratively with parents and families, with local community interest companies. So we have a really innovative woodland project where we work with families in the woods. We have a well-being monthly session for parents in the woods with the Forest School charity that we work with, and we also run sessions for families, for children, where we deliver our clinical interventions in the natural environment, which is very exciting and very rewarding.
The chance to use different approaches. You know, sometimes CBT is really appropriate, sometimes narrative is really appropriate, sometimes you can integrate it and get something really rich out of that. It's,
I suppose one of the things that I really enjoy about my job is the variety of my role. So I get to do things like teaching and training, I get to supervise people, recruit, I undertake leadership tasks and develop services. And I also really enjoy working with young people on projects, as well as colleagues from a whole variety of different backgrounds and services. And I suppose it's just, I feel like I'm always busy, but I really enjoy it's just a really interesting job. And there's so much variety, and I feel like also I'm always learning.